this was supposed to be a little bit earlier, but late dinner and stuff, so I'm here now. So we can actually get started. So this is going to be more of a podcast type of live stream, if any of you guys are joining us, so that should be okay. So what I want to do is, as I promised earlier today, is that I want to discuss how to pick a used GPU for both Blender and AI, especially AI training, obviously on a budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just a quick reminder that every day, before we begin, quick reminder that every day I host a live stream. Basically, just go to ojumbo.com, you go to live menu, then live sub menu, you can see the topics for all the live streams. So those are the daily live streams, usually about 2 p.m. Eastern, and you're free to join the live chat and post anything related to programming or lifestyle topics. And obviously each article will have the live stream URL, which you can go join, and then you post your requests there. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Alright, so but this evening-ish live stream is a little bit different in that I'm not sure if it will be a constant thing, because obviously once I buy the GPU and upgrade my system, I won't need to do this anymore. But I think I'll try to do it maybe once or twice a week, sometimes up to 3 times, obviously until I get the system, and you guys will see me building the system and obviously using it in the other live streams. Okay, so basically we're going to see if or we're going to decide today whether the Nvidia Tesla M40 is still worth it in 2025. Now, I don't play games. In fact, I don't think I've even made a game in a while. So so this if I get this GPU, I'll be more interested in the Blender, because I do a bunch of Blender stuff, as you guys see, and obviously like Blender rendering, mostly just videos, but I might go to more complex models with Python later on. And I also do AI, as you guys saw. I do AI training. I have a lot of quite a few videos of AI training just on using the CPU. And I'll show you my current system. So let me set up, I'll get up the settings. Okay, so this is my current system. I'll show you right now. So we go to, I'm using the GNOME desktop, by the way. So I go to, I open up the settings. I go to obviously the system. You see system here. We go to about. And as you can tell, I'm running Fedora Linux. I'm also using Starlink. I'm in a rural area, if you guys are new to my live streams. And you can see I'm using Fedora Linux 42 workstation. That's the GNOME desktop environment. I'm using the latest GNOME, which is, I believe, 48. Would confirm that. And you can see my hardware. I'm using the Oztech Computer Inc. P8Z68V. That's the motherboard. That's from at least I got it in 2011. Yeah, 2011 is when I purchased it, and it came with I also purchased i7 2600. That comes with 4 cores and 8 threads. I have 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and I have some this says disk capacity, but this is actually it's about 1 gig is 1 gigabyte is mechanical disk. It's a Western Digital. I'll show you guys the name later. And then I have some enterprise level SSDs. So those have lasted. I bought the SSDs actually used, and they've lasted a pretty very long time. And let's go to system details here. So as you can see again, it's Intel Core, and I also have an Nvidia GTX 550. It comes with 2 gigs of VRAM. So clearly that's not enough for really Blender and also AI. In fact, right now I'm recording using OBS, and obviously doing the live stream, and it already struggles when I do anything in Blender. So the system is outdated. The CPU is probably outdated for today's work, but we'll take care of that as well. And you can see I'm running a 64-bit system. As I said, I'm using GNOME 48. I'm using Wayland. I'm obviously using Linux. So that's my system here. And just to show you, I can open up an Nvidia You see this Nvidia settings. Obviously I said I'm using a GTX 950. The driver version, I haven't updated the system. I'll probably update it tomorrow. It's 975, I believe. Yeah, so Nvidia already said that they're no longer going to provide updated drivers for mine is, I believe it's a Maxwell 950. It's a Maxwell. So they're no longer going to support. I think in October is the last time they're going to support it with the latest drivers. So I'll probably have to move to legacy. What I'm saying is I'm not going to bother moving with legacy. I'm saying this system is really old, needs to be updated. Now I did try to. I had planned to update this in 2021, and I also I was planning to update the laptop. I did update the laptop, but the one I wanted wasn't available, so I had to buy a used one. I'm really happy with the used one. So this one I might update it also with the used system. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that out. So I've had no problem running GNOME Wayland, of course. I've been running this for a good 1 year, no issues. Okay, so the thing is, the irony of all this is that if I get a card like this one, I think this one comes with the same architecture as Maxwell. So this would actually be able to run on my system because I have a big enough case, so to easily fit in there. I just swap out the I think it's actually the same size as the GTX 950. However, as I said, this one comes with like 24. You see here, it comes with 12 gigs of DDR5. All some variants come with 24 gigs. So that will be really great for both Blender and the AI. Now there are some things it won't be able to do, but for my particular use case, like right now, it would be very good. And obviously this served me pretty well for work, so that's that should be perfectly okay. Alright, so what I want to do next is you see another one is the number of cores. This I don't know if I have the spec sheet of the Nvidia 950, so actually let's go search for that one. I'll open up in a different browser. Okay, so it's Nvidia 950, just to do a comparison. GTX 950, GTX 950. Okay, so I'm just going to this website. Yeah, wow, it's actually from 2015. So here we go. I don't know how accurate this is, but let's check it out. So you see this Nvidia GeForce GTX 950. This is mine. You see it's GM206. It only has 706 cores. That's my current one. You see it only has one fan as well. That's actually pretty accurate. And if we compare the CUDA cores, you see this one only has 768, but this, if I do replace it, this one would have 3072 CUDA cores. And what else is here? You see it only has 2 gigs of memory size, which is really pathetic for what I want to do right now. I don't play games, so I don't care about that. And what is the other thing? So the power draw, I believe this is obviously less, but that shouldn't matter. And then what else is here? It's 128-bit. I believe both of the, I think this one might be bigger bit. I'll confirm that when we check it out. Okay. So now this, obviously this is if I do get this Tesla M40, this used to be a server. It is a server level, server grade GPU. It was listed in 2015. Obviously this GeForce GTX 950 was also released in 2015. So this was like a budget card. I bought it for about $200 Canadian, and this one I'm sure cost way more money than that. So actually let's go find out how much this one cost in 2015. Tesla, so here we go. Copy. Let's figure that out. Okay, here we go. Let's check out the tech specs here. So yeah, I was right. So you see the other one was 128-bit. This one is 384-bit. So, and this is just the 12 gig version. You can see everything is just much, obviously you have more, the specs are just way better. And for example, yeah, I was right, so it's Maxwell 2.0. Let's go back to the one I have. I believe it's also Maxwell. Yeah, it's a Maxwell 2.0. So they're basically the same architecture. They are the same architecture. And you see the foundry was TSMC, and it's 28 nanometers. I believe the process size is also 28 nanometers. The number of transistors. So if we check this out here, relative performance. So one of the reasons I don't bother with this type of performance related stuff, because the performance stuff is usually based on gaming. I said, if I'm not going to game, I'm not interested in that. I said I'll be doing stuff like Blender and AI, and nobody does those type of specs. Now you're going to say no, somebody somebody rendered the like Blender, BMW and other stuff. Yeah, I said that's just to get some type of comparison. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to render the BMW. As I said, what I do is I edit my videos in Blender, and I use Python to quickly model. So I said for my particular use case, if I have a complex model, the more VRAM is going to be very helpful. It doesn't matter if the card is old, as long as it works. So it'll be very, very nice. So for example here, if you look at this, you think, oh wow, instead of getting this Tesla M40, what I should get is like 1660 Ti. That's actually true, depending on how much RAM it has in that. And for example, here they have the Vega 56 and RX 5600 XT. Now, if I was gaming again, yeah, this is true. All these cards would be much better. But the problem, as I said before, is that all these cards here, they have very little VRAM compared to 100% image. What do you mean? Are you talking about the article, or are you talking about the tech power up? Oh no, I didn't have time to. I didn't have time to write the article. I was just going to talk, and I was like, that's going to be boring. Anyway, yeah, I didn't have time to do graphs, but I'll do it next time. I actually this thought came into my head today for this. I said I would write a little bit better. But you can tell, like I don't have any graphs or anything as well. But I said it'll be better next time. I promise. In 2 or 3 days. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right about that. That's true, 100%. I didn't have time to. To come up with what do you call it, the graphs and everything. So that's why even I'm using this tech power up, just to compare if it's worth it. Now the chat GTP did come up with some good what is it here? For example, it did come up with some things which I didn't think about. For example, here when it talks about some of the cons, like the passive cooling, because this card, the Tesla M40, it doesn't, like, you can't just plug it in. You need to have special cooling for it, and sometimes you need different power what do you call it, power adapters. But I was going to say GPU, my power supply does come with that, so it should be fine. P100 is a bit good and slower. I'm not even going to say your first name. I think your last name is Spith. I hope I said that. It sounds German. Is it German? Hey, you have a P100. Well, I think the P100 is new. Yeah, the P100 is newer. What type of operating system do you have? Do you have like Linux, or you have Windows, or I guess you can have a Mac. So I'm guessing you have Windows or Linux. So what do you have? Yeah, I'll type it in here for you. What OS do you use with the P100? Oh, big woodpecker. Okay, that's so. Was that right? Is that a German name? And this, did I say it correctly too? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, because it's a server level, GPU, so that's most likely why it's still supported on Linux. Because I guess some servers still use it. I'm wondering what they would use it for. Is it machine? It can't be machine language. I'm wondering what they would have used it for. Oh yeah, German. I was right. Cool, excellent. Yeah. So as I said, what do you use your your GPU for? Like as I said, what I want to do is I just want to do Blender. I don't really care about the cycles rendering. I just use the default EV engine. I do use Stable Diffusion, or at least I used to. I stopped using it because my GPU is just not good enough anymore. And I said I do some video editing, but the video editing is in Blender as well. And I do AI training. I have like a few videos of that, PyTorch, etc. And it's gonna be slower, but I'm okay with that for now. Cool. I had three. Wow. One P40, 24 gig. I use them for AI. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. So do you have a regular PC case, or do you use like a server case? For example, that's one of the things I don't like about most new motherboards. They're usually very small, so I'm wondering if I would need like a server. I do have the space, but I'm wondering what do you have? Do you just have a regular motherboard, or you have like a special server level motherboard? There we go, motherboard. Yeah. Okay, here I'll just you have a special case and motherboard, or a server motherboard. Oh, jeez, I typed a motherboard. Duct tape. Wow. Oh, you have a server. Okay. I was just asking. You just answered the question I just typed. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. I'd love to see your system. If you could maybe post. Take a quick photo. I'd love to see that, because I would love to. Oh, where did you get your specs? I'm thinking of getting them. I'm thinking of getting mine from eBay. But things are really expensive. So for example, let's see, anything here. I'm wondering where my G950 will end up here. I wonder if it's even here. GTX 960. So wow, it's going to be like really. Here we go. So according to this relative percentage, you see it's 900 or whatever. It's 37%, and the Tesla M40 is 100%. So that means that it will be about, if I do get it, I'll get about 3 times the performance. That actually will probably be better than that, I said, for my particular use case. Clock speed and all this stuff. So I said all I care about is the memory, and obviously if I get the 24 gig one, and what else is here? Yeah, so like all this stuff here, the CUDA 5.2, so I do have a question for you as well. So this year is the last year that Nvidia is supporting the Maxwell and I think Pascal. So I'm not really familiar with the Nvidia, obviously, even though I do have a 950 because it's been supported since I bought it. Good bargain if you're fine of AMD. I've heard that AMD doesn't do a very good job with their Rock M. I've actually been reading, and most people are saying that even Intel is actually doing a much better job, even though their cards are literally just like 2-3 years old. So now the good thing about AMD is that they do obviously have open source drivers, but I heard they don't support them as much as long as say Nvidia, because I said Nvidia also has the legacy drivers. I don't know if the legacy drivers are also for other operating systems, but I know they do that for Linux. So for example, really? Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? You might be right. I think the site I read that stuff is like it's probably one of those blogs from Intel, and maybe it's just an Intel PR site. You might be right about that. Okay, so that's I'll check those cards out. Okay, you know what? We can actually do that right now because I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. Let's actually go to eBay. Check out the prices. So I'm in Canada, so we pay a special tax in Canada, meaning that everything is always expensive. So yeah, I'll prove it to you. So for example, I type Nvidia Tesla, was it M40? It doesn't matter, I'll just say M40. Check out these prices. Okay, so this one is $76 now. That's with a custom heatsink and 3 fans. Wow. You know what? I might actually buy that. That should shut me up. I checked these prices literally just this morning and they were super expensive. That's actually a pretty good price for Canada here, even if it's just 12 gigs. You might actually buy that one. It already comes with a heatsink and 3 fans. And this one is a 24 gig one. It is Canadian, it's 235. I think that's a little bit high because this is supposed to be $100, right? Even here, I'll show you the CAD to USD price. Oops. Yeah, that crashed. I don't know what's wrong. The Chromium has been crashing a lot in let's see here. Hope it doesn't crash again. I might have to use a different bar. CAD to USD. It's gonna crash again, right? Yeah, there we go. Anyways, I'll go here. CAD to USD. So as you can see, a Canadian dollar is only 72 cents Canadian. So I'll try that again. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Restore. Get rid of that. So for example, I know, see, they all come from the States. So for example, let's, this one is $76. It's obviously not because it'll probably be more for buy it now, but I'll use that as an example. So if that was $76.30, so that's $54 US. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so this one is $235. That is complete. Look at this one. This one is $3,333. And if I do order this one, for example, not only because again we're Canadian, I say we do pay a special tax. There's some bogus what do you call it? Duties. It's like $80. So we get really royally screwed up here in Canada. Yeah. So look at that. $230. That is another. That one is nuts. That is nuts. This one is probably okay. It's 12 gigs. Yeah. So this are all. Yeah. These are just nuts. So I'm gonna check out the. I said P100. Let's say P100. You know the weird thing as well. You see here it says ebay.ca. Even if I try to go to ebay.canada.com, I can briefly see the American prices. They're actually even lower, and you get more. Items. See all the ones you're seeing here. These are only the ones which are willing to ship to Canada. That's why it goes to .ca. So that's why some of them are expensive because like in Canada we get ripped off. So that's what they do here. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. But I said the other fees I gotta pay, like I have to pay duty, which is completely nuts. I have to pay duty. It's usually about it's usually about $80 as well. So on top of that, and but I can see it's okay. So yeah, P100. Okay, so does the P100 come with more than 16 gig, or it's just capped at 16 gigs of RAM? Looks like they'll. Oh, there's a P40. This P40 is. I don't know why it came up with these weird names. No, P40 I think are even older, if I'm correct. Am I right? I think P40 is actually. Oh wait, I did write some notes here. I do remember. Just a second. Okay, yeah, I did write some notes. So the V100 is better than the T4, which is better than the P100, than the M40. I've never heard of the P40. That must be a really ancient one or something. I don't know what this one is. Is this a newer card or something? Unless they made a mistake. I don't know what that is. That looks like it's a mistake. Actually, let's go look at it. Let's see if we can figure it out. I think that's a mistake. Oh, it doesn't say. I think that's a mistake. Oh, they crashed again. Okay, I'll just use this browser instead. That's just messed up. Chromium has been crashing like every single day. Let's go back to eBay. We'll do it here instead. Okay, so I'll just type here. Here's the funny thing here, and I'll show you guys how Canadians get screwed. So I'll go to ebay.com. Okay, so I'll type in here Nvidia. What is it? Tesla P100. And I think this, I don't know if you detected. Yeah, so located in the States. So you do have way more options if you guys paid attention to results. So you do have way more results. And oh, this looked different. Is that the back? Oh, that's a cooling. The person put a cooling fan, it looks like, on top of that one. Yeah, so you see, they're all, if you notice something interesting, they're all like, I don't know why this one is 16 gig, but this one is 180. The P40 is 11 and release date is 2016. Okay, I don't know why that didn't come up. I think the reason I didn't list it is because there must be something. Oh yeah, 2016. Oh yeah, so the P40, it comes in 24 gig, comes up to 24 gig. There's also something called P6000, which is also 24 gig. They're all from 2016, so you're right about that. So it looks like they're faster than the. So I think it's because maybe they're slower than the 2015 ones. That is weird. Huh. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So is this worth it then, or should I? Let's. Obviously, this is better than the M40. You know, it's a funny thing. I was actually going to review the P100 next after the M40. So is this the one that comes with actually something you can plug right in? Like you don't need a. Like it comes with like you can plug it right into a monitor, I believe. Oh no, it's the same as the M40. So you still need some type of. You still need another at least an iGPU to use this one as well. So okay, so that's fine. So here's a weird thing. If I buy this card or the M40, the irony is I can take those and still use my current system. But I said my current system is pretty old. I do want to upgrade it. So if I do upgrade it, then these cards will probably be slow. Oh yeah, okay, that's good point. Okay, so can I ask you a question? What CPU do you have, and how much RAM do you have? Oh, what was that site I went to? It was the Nvidia Tesla M40. Hopefully it comes up here. Probably different. Tech up. Okay, here we go. Does this show how much power this one uses as well? Oh, okay. Thanks for mentioning that. So the thing is, you know what? Since I'm in the States here, let's check this one out. So Nvidia, what is it? Is it RTX? Yeah, RTX 3060. So you see here in the States, they sell them for roughly about $200-ish. Okay, let's say $200 to $300, right? Can you guess how much it will cost in Canada before I go check? Right, so you can see basically, well, let's say 2 to 250, right? It's about the average, right? Can you guess how much it will cost in Canada? Okay, so let's go to ebay.ca. Is this ebay.ca here? Oh no, it's .com. Okay, so let's go to ebay.ca and have a good laugh here. Okay, so I'll type in Nvidia RTX 3060. Oh, this is 6 gig of RAM, so that's completely not. We're looking for 12 gigs. So this one is 12 gigs. Buy it now. Actually, this is a pretty. I think that's actually a decent price. I'll check how much that is. Oh, this is 8 gig. This is 12. Founders, no. 8 gig. And yeah, so I'm on the Canada side here for the RTX 3060. So they look like they're $330. I checked this one. I can't remember what they were brand new. I think they were about that same price. The prices seem to have gone down. Yeah, let me kick this 16 gig. I don't think there's a 16 gig. It is 12 gig. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just click that and get out of that. Yeah. I believe it's a 12 gig. Am I right? It's a 12 gig card. The 3060. For Blender, all I do is just very basic. Mostly it's Python, so something like probably 6 gig would be enough for Blender. But what I do intend to do in the future is I will probably have the AI train, and then it will, for example, it will take an image. What do you call it? There's a name. I forget the name of it. It's like where it manipulates your face. For example, you see when I'm waving, what I want is in Blender it will track my hand, and if I decide to, for example, to slap the back of my head, I want it to be able to do that. I don't know what you call it. There's a name. I think no, it's something of tubing. I think it's called V tubing. I think it's called V tubing. That's a name. 3090s. Ooh, that's a good one. 3090. Let's check that out. So they cost over $1,000. Now remember, everybody here is selling them used, right? So if we go to, for example, newegg.ca, they have refurbished ones as well. So let's type in here RTX 3090. I think most of this, I don't know if they'll have any refurbished ones. So as you can see here, the 3090, it costs like basically $4,000 Canadian. Yeah, see, $4,000, and yeah, ridiculous prices. As I said, in Canada, there's and that doesn't count for the taxes as well. So if we go to say 3060, no, yeah, motion tracking and stuff that can be done in Blender. But as I said, what I want is oh yeah, it is motion tracking. You're right about that. Yeah, correct. But I want it in real time. For example, like you see how I'm doing a live stream right now and doing things like this. So it will 1,050. How long ago did you buy yours? I'm thinking most of these prices are going to go down soon because of the back to school, and there's something called Black Friday here in the US and Canada. So usually they will introduce new cards, and these cards, the used ones and the ones which were from last year, they will actually go down a little bit. So for example, there's another site, it's called PC Builder, I think it's called PC Parts. It's called PC Parts. PC Parts. I'll just say Canada. Yeah, PC Parts. Here we go. So see, with PC Parts, you can select your build, but I'm just interested in. Man, this website is not meant for. Here we go. I want a video card, so let's pick a video card here. Here we go. So you can filter, and you can see all the prices here. As I said, they're really pricey for this ones as well. PC part picker. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. This site is not meant for small screens. That is a horrible site. So for example, here I pick. Let's say I pick the. Let's say I want 12 gigs. Where's the RAM? Did I miss it? Clock, memory. Here, RAM. So I'll go. I want. Let's say I want. Let's say 10 gigs to 48 gigs. And as you can see here, the prices for like the 3060 is about $400. That's actually not too bad of a price. And surprised I don't see any Intel stuff here. I guess they sold out or they didn't sell. I'm actually surprised I don't see any Intel stuff here. So let's sort them out by memory here. Let me see. Ooh, look at that one, 6,000. Okay. Wow, okay, that is too rich for me. Here we go, 10 gig. How is this 10 gig and 3080 10 gig is $4,000? That is preposterous. It's nuts. That is nuts. Oh yeah, here's the Intel one. You see the Arc B570. I don't think that's a good card, but it's 350. That's before taxes. So I'd rather. Okay, those ones I don't even know are sold anymore. I want to pick a card that's more generic. Wow, all the 10 gigs on is so bloody expensive. How is that possible? Okay, let's go to maybe page 2. The 11 gig? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know the 11 gig versions. Okay, let's go to page 4. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Page 4. The RTX 570, that's too new, so this will probably drop in price when the new ones come out. 3080 Ti. Is that cheaper than the, is it 3070 or whatever that was? Wow, this is really high stuff here. What's this one? 3060. Okay, so let's check this one out. It will tell us how see, Amazon, Vugu, and PC Canada. So you can also look at the chart here so you can see you see the price basically has stayed the same throughout. It's, look at this. Who's this? This Vugo one they kept it pretty high here. Like it's always very high. I'm also thinking. I heard also that the new cards are also like for example, way back when I built my machine, is that you were able to I think AMD calls it SLI, where you were able to like put them in parallel to each other. You're able to do that. So then you, for example, if you bought one now, then you buy another, and that's another way. For example, you buy this 12 gig later, and you're able to do that. Yeah. So these ones are like, yeah. So that's one of the problems, is that these cards are they're actually more expensive. I'm not even talking about the manufacturers, what do you call it, suggested manufacturers retail price. It's like, yeah, they usually things are supposed to go down, but look, it actually goes up. I don't know how in the world it went down here. but you see, it's still way too high, and then it just goes back up again. It's nuts. Then all of them are like that. It's just a big ripoff. I don't know why. They're all like that. And this card, as you can tell, it's like a budget card. It's not supposed to be that much. And then I said in the States they have, if I go, for example, to partpicker.com, without the CA one here, you can see that the way they have theirs, it actually goes down, 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 down. Right? Like here, it's just I don't know, it's crazy. And then they have the audacity to complain, Canadians are so cheap. Well, that's because we get ripped off all the time. And this one is actually out of stock too. Can you believe it? Even though it's so expensive, it's still out of stock. Yeah, AI and crypto, all the crypto stuff. Because I don't know why people are using this like budget cards for crypto, because most crypto, like if you're an individual, you're not going to make anything. It's like it's all like huge companies they're buying up. They have like these farms, just running 24/7, which most people can't. So I don't know why you'd get this for that. The AI though, you're right, because AI, you literally just get a 12 gig card and you can run AI at your home. That's fine. Yeah. So thanks to you. I've obviously made up my mind. I'm not gonna get the M40. However, that P100, I might actually. Where's this? Go back. I'm even confused now. Where's Canada? Is it here? That's .com. Is it .ca? Let's see, 3060. Yeah, so let me say 12 gig. Yeah, so 314, buy it now. That is probably the best price I'm gonna get. When did these 3060s come out? Didn't it come out like 2021, if I'm correct? Yeah, I'm not gonna do any crypto stuff. It's just strictly, as I said, just training AI and the Blender stuff. So what I do with Blender, as I was saying, I use Python scripts. So I run it in the background, so it doesn't need the GPU to render the UI and anything like that. So it's a little bit faster, and I'll have some algorithms. So the AI is also I want to train smaller models, and that is for my own use case. It's not for anything commercial. It's just I do have an algorithm in my mind. It's actually for outside. So basically, I do have chickens. So what I want to put up some cameras and have the AI be able to detect. I already have an algorithm, so it works to detect like if it's a fox or a hawk, and then alert me. That's basically it. It's a very simple thing. So the algorithm is very simple. It's just bounding box. Really, really simple stuff. That's what I want. 2021. Yeah. So this is basically probably what I'm wondering what the manufacturing the price was for that RTX 3060. Is it MSRP? Yeah, MSRP. So price tracker. So when it was new, it looks like it was okay. It's actually use price is 314 and MSRP was 4. It was at 450 at the time of launch. And obviously the price in Canada, the price actually went up. It's nuts. So this is what I'm saying, like I'm not gonna pay 450. I know it's like for a 4-year card. That's just crazy. I'd rather buy something like say the 4060. I'd rather pay a little bit more money, and then it's obviously I think the 460 they actually gave it less RAM, if I'm correct. If I'm not correct on that. Let's see, what do you call it? What does that say? Wiki. Nvidia RTX Wiki. I hope they're all in here. List of, I don't know if it's this one or this one. Let's see if it's this one. Oh, that's not the right one. I wanted them to. Actually, let's go to this one, 4000 series. Obviously these are US prices. So you see, this came out in 2023. It was $300. So that will probably be around $400 Canadian. So I'm saying is I'd rather buy this. How much gigs does it come with, by the way? Man, some people need to really fix their websites. How much gig does it come with? So it came up with 8 gig. The 16 gig is, I think, the 70, if I'm right. Oh, the TI. The TI is another. Wow. Okay. All right. So I guess the 3060 is a better deal. Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. According to this, the 16 gig version, is there 16 version 460? No. According to this, they didn't come up with a 16 gig version, unless it's like a manufacturer one. It's the TI that was the 16 gig according to this in Wiki. Obviously Wiki is not completely accurate, but that's how it is. Oh, what is this card? 490D. Okay. Yeah, so that's but how many cards do you have, man? What do you 4060 Ti 16 gigs? Yeah, wow. How many? So wow. Okay. So do you live in a house, or do you have like a rural area like I am, where you can do stuff like this without running like a solar farm? Anywho, yeah. So I'll probably purchase the I'll probably purchase this. This is Canadian. I might purchase this. This looks like it's not a bad price if it does work. This is actually probably from China, but I'll probably purchase this one, so I don't have any headaches. I just plug it in, it has the fans and everything. Just you have too many. I should actually buy some of you. It'll probably be cheaper to purchase off of you. Are you willing to sell some? I'll buy. I could buy one off you if you're willing to ship it here. And I'm also obviously looking for a system. I need to upgrade my system. As you guys saw, my really, as you see here, I have the i7 2600. So obviously the old GPUs will work with this system, but the a newer system, there will be even for my 950, the GTX 950, it's actually held back because this my not just the motherboard, but the what is this one called? Sandy Bridge is old, so it actually holds it back. Yeah, they're like gold now, right? You just invest in GPUs, and you can retire with all those GPUs. So that's So I also need to upgrade my system. So I will obviously. I'll most likely get an AMD system, but if I get a good deal on Intel, I'm okay with Intel. I said I no longer need, believe it or not, I actually no longer need the system to be this powerful, because I no longer do data. I used to work with large databases for a client, billions and billions of data, so I no longer need that, which is ironic because now I actually need like the GPU for the grunt work for the other stuff, so I no longer need that, but that's neither in here. So there you go. So thanks to spec. I think I said that right. Yeah, I will keep hold on the RTX 3060, because I know this prices are all going to go down because the new GPUs are coming up pretty soon, especially for Black Friday. So I don't think I can wait that long. I'll still keep on looking. If there's a good deal comes up, I'll obviously do it. Because, for example, if I purchase this, it's still going to be supported at least for another 3-4 years, and by then I'll probably have replaced it I'll get multiple of them. Cool. All right. So yeah, let me know anytime you want to sell any of your GPUs. Let me know. I'm pretty interested. Oh, another thing is back to the original article. one of the reasons not to get, obviously, I don't know about this P100, but the others is like obviously you need some special cooling, and you probably need a server, most likely a rack to run some of these properly. I guess on Linux you can probably tweak it to run the way you want. So I'm actually, do I still have that what is it here? Is it this one? Yeah, this one here. I'm wondering if they have any P100s to compare to. What was that comparison chart? Did I have the comparison chart, or am I crazy? Oh, here it is. Okay, so can we search in here? I wonder if the P100 is in here. 100. Oh, it's better, so it should be up here. I wonder how far up they go. No, I guess they stop at the RTX 900. I guess they don't have that in there. Okay, so that's interesting. Cool. All right, so I'm not gonna get this. I said this this live stream was just to show you should not get the you shouldn't get the Tesla M40. Now, if you're doing something else, I don't even think it's good for gaming, because you can get like probably an AMD card that will be better. I don't know what you'd use this for, honestly. If you're I honestly don't know what you'd use this for. It's probably the power, yeah, 250 watts as well. So probably not. I would not recommend you get this. As I said that it's probably good for an old system, but even my system is already, as you saw, it's already crashing Chromium all the time. So I would not get this. I would not recommend you get this. So the conclusion is, do not get the Nvidia. Don't get the Nvidia. Let's see here. Don't get the Nvidia. What is it? Oh, so many windows open here. I don't even have it open here. I don't like it. Yeah, don't get the Nvidia. What was it? I already forgot the Tesla M40 in 2025. It won't be good for Blender cycles rendering. It won't be good for Stable Diffusion. Video editing, you probably do some, but you're probably gonna pull your hair out. It lacks the Nvidia encoders. AI training, it's supported, but you lack the new features. So Spec says if I would get it, I would get it with the version with 2 GPUs on one card, which has 20 gig VRAM total. Okay, that's possible. Or if you get it for $100, yeah, if you get it for $100, then yeah, it's probably worth it. But you're probably gonna spend more on getting the cooling systems, unless you have you already have that stuff. Like, for example, I read people getting, if people have like a 3D printer, they can print out the cooling fans. Like, for example, as you say, just use a cardboard and whatever, that's fine. But I would, like I said, if you're going to spend, I'd rather get, for example, this one, the 3600, not the M, but I would get something like that. And instead, obviously, I wish this was Canadian prices. That would be really nice. But, and you can see, oh yeah, here, this is what I was trying to say. You see how many results? 2,500 in, obviously if I was in the States. If I go back to Canada, which one is the Canadian one here? So here in Canada is 650 results. Those are people willing to ship to Canada. For example, if you notice them, for example, this one, it says $30 shipping. So you have to pay the shipping, and I see this was $60-70 shipping. So I said there's another tax. Duct tape. Sorry about that. I acknowledge your correction. Oh, my correction. I should acknowledge that. 4 GPUs on one card. M10. Wow, that's even. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder how much power you're using. Is electricity cheap there in Germany? Because here it's like it's ridiculous. You know, the funny thing is, I use about $50 worth of electricity because I'm going through a drought right now, and I actually pay more for the so-called delivery fees. it's about just under $50, but then I pay $60 for delivery fees, and then with tax it comes to over $100, which is another ripoff. So if I'm sure if I get some of, not this card, but if I get some of those order cards, I'll probably be blowing close to $200 a month in just electricity. All right, so thanks to spec. I hope I said that right. Oh, you know what? I just picked up my bill today. Let me check my bill. I'll show you guys here how much ridiculous we pay here. So go pick it up. I'll show you guys how much we gotta pay. What is it here? Important. Just a second here. I'm just looking for my bill. It's under utilities. Here we go. Okay, so let me zoom down here. You guys can see this. Don't do anything too stupid. Where is it? Okay, here we go. See, it's 9.3 cents per kilowatt. So that's it. So here's how much I paid, 49.47, and this is 58.83. That's a delivery. So is that ridiculous? Like, the delivery is actually way more expensive than the actual what do you call it? The actual power. That's nuts. And then this regulatory fee charges, whatever that is, and then it's the tax. And then this is a rebate by the province, and the total is this much. That's just crazy. And you can see, yeah. So the 9 cents per kilowatt hour. 0.35. Yeah. So you pay 0.35. Yeah. Well, I guess that's way. Is that cheaper? I guess that's cheap, yeah, way cheaper than we pay here. So in reality, this is actually wrong, because you can't get away from the delivery fee. So in reality, this is more than double. So they should actually put the correct price here, because you have to pay this anyway. So yeah, this is just a bogus. This is bogus. They should actually, you know what? They should actually put both of these two in there. Right, and that will be more accurate. So this should be like maybe 20 something cents, 23 cents instead. That's what they should do. Okay, so I was actually going to make this into a series, but it looks like I've already decided I'll get the 3060. So I think what I'll do next time, I will instead of doing another GPU one, I'll just monitor this one, and the next time we'll talk about what CPU I should get, what case, what else? Power supply as well, and how much RAM I should get. So I do have a question for you. So how much RAM do you use for training? So okay, so but do you have to pay like the bogus regulatory fee, and do you have delivery fees as well? Do you see the delivery fee is like, that's what makes it that okay, so no, sorry, forget what I just said. I had my brain just went off for a second. Yeah, so yeah, 128 gigs system RAM in my main PC. Woo! You know what? I haven't checked how much RAM price is. Let's actually go back to Newegg. Let me see how much RAM costs as well. So let's just pick up RAM. I don't know how much it is. So this is 32 gigs. $99. more options up to 212. That's crazy. This is not even ECC memory. I don't think ECC memory counts anymore. So that's, so if I get that, I'll probably have to spend 64 gig. So this would be about double, so it'll be about $500 if I get. Okay, that actually seems, surprisingly or not, you guys might actually think I'm nuts, but that's actually cheaper than what it used to be in the past. So cool. I'm wondering how much it costs on eBay. Okay, so let's say 64 gig RAM. Oh, it also depends on the DDR4 or something. So it's 64 gig RAM, 225 pre-owned. It doesn't. Oh, DDR5. Okay. I don't know why I would buy used. I would just pay a little bit extra guy and buy new, so I get. Yeah, I do agree with you. VRAM is way more important, because I said I'm pretty much okay with the 16 gig of things I do run here. So. Yeah, absolutely. I'll most likely, but my models are going to be pretty small, so I'll probably get away with like probably 12 gig would be enough. Because I said right now it's just barely there, so and I said I don't need to train a large model. The one where I will do photos, which you're right, is the Stable Diffusion. That one can never have enough VRAM. So that one I'll just throw as many, as much VRAM as I want on that. That's why I was looking at this used GPUs, the server grade GPUs, because I do use, I did in the past. I stopped using because the upgrade just wouldn't work anymore. So that one is, I'll definitely get that one. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be perfectly fine for that, and will be future proofed enough. It's not like I'm going to be doing like very large models. Yeah, so that's perfectly fine. It'll be perfectly fine for me running it as well. Hey, I have a question for you. Are you familiar with what's the name? Oh, eGPUs. I did some I did a investigation. I found people were saying that those were horrible people had a horrible experience running GPUs, whether it was in laptops or even their desktop systems. So you could use Flux AI model, which uses more memory. No, I had really good I had really good experience with Stable Diffusion, running it locally and running just off the CPU. So you can actually tell if we go back to, let me actually open up here. It wasn't actually bad. So if we go back to some of my earlier, I'll pick something like Chicken Cam, something along those lines. Yeah. So you see this stuff, this, and this. This are all done with Stable Diffusion, just on the CPU. So. So as I said, so as I said, like 12 gigs would be more than enough. And I said I was, if I use the GPU, especially with like 8 gigs or more, I'm sure I'll get even way better photos and quality as well. That's what you want to do with them, and you're talking about. No, I'm talking about they're called eGPU. So they're called they're enclosed ones. For example, laptops usually don't have a good. They can't have a dedicated GPU except for gaming laptops. So what people did, they have like interfaces where you use USB 3 or something, and you have the GPU. So I think I can show you that here. If you just type EPGU, those are the enclosed ones. Where are they here? Yeah, see the eGPU enclosures. They're basically you get your. Oh, you don't know? Okay, that's fine. If you don't know what they are, yeah. So I was doing. I tried to do a review of them, and they were. People were saying bad things about them. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to bother with them. Because people had like either powerful laptops or powerful, the regular desktop computers, and they see like this title. So I read most of them yesterday in Chromium. That's why you don't see the weird links there. Yeah, so that's the way to go. Okay, thanks again. I will definitely look into. It looks like you already decided for me. Most likely, I'm gonna get the Nvidia 3060 because it's supported well on Linux. And I said that's more than enough for me for my particular use case. I'll be able to do what I want. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, and the funny thing is that there were a thing like up to maybe about 3 years ago, and then people just said, "Oh no, forget it. Let's get a dedicated or better, even iGPU, the integrated one." So people just had bad. I think it's because one of the reasons was because they were poorly. Maybe some people were using like USB 2, and the transfer was way too slow. So horrible experience. So yeah. The reason I was hoping anybody who has it could chime in was because I do have a Raspberry Pi. So one of the things I was hoping to do is when I do the training and everything, I can put it, I can have Raspberry Pi running 24/7, and then I can have the this eGPU turn on maybe during the day for the algorithm and all that to check, I said on foxes and hawks. Something like that, but people are saying bad things about it, saying they're completely not worth it. So I might just spend more money on maybe a longer range camera with Wi-Fi instead. It'll be cheaper anyway. So that's what I would do. All right, now let's go back here. Can you tell that this was also done by ChatGTP? Okay, anyways, obviously here okay, so I already came to the conclusion. If you can get the Tesla M40, if you can get 2 of them, especially good prices, yeah, then they can be worth it, because you have to spend a little bit more money for the cooling systems and all that. But yeah, it do perform decently thanks to the generous VRAM. However, if you want prefer plug and play, reliability, and faster rendering, I used RTX 3060 or 3070. Might be worth it. Might be worth the extra cost. So. Yeah, I figured that out as well. Speaking of this is not ChatGPT, by the way. I couldn't get ChatGPT to generate any images, but one of the funny things is, if you look at this chickens, right? Can you notice something here too? Look at it. Speaking of funny stuff, look at this one. You see the head? Look, it's 2 heads, 2-headed chicken. Right? You see that? So this is pretty funny. It's a 2-headed. Actually, let's see if I can get a bigger one. Let's see. There you go. 2-headed chicken. Oh man, yeah. So that was like, when did I do this one? There's no date. Oh yeah, that was actually early this year in was that April of this year. So yeah, that's a funny one there. Good. I actually, yeah. So there's another one where the chicken was crossing the road. That's actually a pretty funny one too. I think. Let's see if I type PWA, that might come up as well. Let's see. Oh no, it doesn't come up. Yeah, there's another funny one where I asked you for the chicken crossing road, and then it came up with some really weird. Yeah, it came up with another weird one as well. Oh, maybe not. I think it was. Let's see. I think it was webcam. That's another webcam. There's another funny one as well. If you guys want a quick laugh, oh, Oh, maybe it was so embarrassing I decided not to use it. Oh, yeah, I think it was so bad I decided not to use it. It was another hilarious one as well, just like that. Okay. This one actually came out really nice. I was actually surprised. This is the type of camera I want to get, and then I want to program it. I said have the AI, my algorithm for that as well. I actually do like some of those emojis it does. Oh, cool. That's an old one. Oh, that's a very old laptop from 2008. Okay, I don't know why it came up. Oh, because it comes with a webcam. I guess the search picked it up. Okay, yeah. So all these images you see here, this is all done by. I don't think this one was done by. Might have been done by Stable Diffusion as well. Pretty great. I'm very interested in those ones. So as I said, this was all done. All these images you see here, this is all done by Stable Diffusion, only using the CPU. So I was pretty happy the way they came out there. And I said I could no longer, literally after this one here, Stable Diffusion, I guess I don't have enough VRAM, or my system is too old. It just doesn't, it's too slow, and the the quality is not the same anymore. So I'm hoping, obviously, with a new system, or at least a new GPU, it will be back to creating images like this again. All right. Oh yeah. That's another thing I heard about ChatGPT. It always puts the dashes. I know it. Another thing it does, it uses apostrophes, and that is really annoying because I guess it's based on Windows. So, and the character set is different because I'm on Linux or Unix type system. So it's UTF-8. It uses the UTF-16. So when I put them in WordPress, it comes out weird. Or if you put it in, it's the same thing like word processors do, whether it's Microsoft's Word or LibreOffice. That's a weird apostrophe, which I really dislike because it's the wrong character set. Instead of using UTF-8, it uses UTF-16, and that's really I don't blame Microsoft for that. I'm just saying this ChatGPT always spits out stuff like that, which I find really annoying. So when I created these images, believe it or not, it used to take about 20 to 30 seconds, including the upscale. So that's why I used to love Stable Diffusion on my system. But then when they performed the update, I think update about 2 or 3 months ago, it was now taking about 2 minutes, and the quality wasn't very good. So for example, if I generate an image like this and I don't like it, because it's 20 seconds is nothing, and generate another. For example, you see this one, it's good enough, or whatever. But when it's taking like 3 minutes and the photo is not very good, I don't feel like sitting around for another 3 minutes. And sometimes now it crashes as well. Yeah, I said because I think it's more, they're now forcing you to use the GPU whether you like it or not. I mean, they're basically forcing you to use GPU or have a more powerful system. So which is a little bit sad, but I said I was able to generate really good images before in seconds, like literally 20 seconds, including upscale. So the settings I used to use were I used to do a trick. What I noticed is that the AI, at least Stable Diffusion, it always wanted to produce a square, 1:1 aspect ratio. So the trick I did was I set it to 512 by whatever the aspect ratio to make it 16:9. I think 512 by 348 or 220 or something like that. And that used to work really well. But nowadays, even when I set it to like 220, that bare minimum 220 by 220, it's very slow, and it's very slow, and it takes minutes, and the quality is not as good. I of course I said the reason is because it wants higher resolution images. Even when I do 512 by 512 and let it go for several minutes, the quality is not the same as it used to be. Now that's such a pretty good point. You know what happened? My system crashed, so I don't remember what version it was because I just assumed and installed the latest version because every time you run it, what it does an automatic update. So I can't remember what version was that. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. What I should do is I should probably look at the date here. For example, this one says March 28th. So I guess, oh, this one here, which is I don't think that one's done with Stable Diffusion. I might be wrong about that one. I know this one was definitely done by Stable Diffusion. So I can probably go back to one of these ones, maybe like March. What I'm saying, March. No, not March, May. So here we go. I could probably go back to June the 6th and then use the June 6th version. So let's actually see if we can do that. Let's go to Stable Diffusion. It was Easy Diffusion. That's the one I used. I wasn't able to use the popular, you know how everybody uses that UI, that web UI. I wasn't able to use that. It would just crash all the time because that one is just based on GPU. So this one I use. See, Easy Diffusion is the one I use. This is very easy to install. I see Linux, Mac, and Windows. So let me actually go to their versions and we can see. Let me go back. Is that June 11? Oh no, July. No, that's a bad version. So, oh here. Oh, there we go. So this makes sense now. You see this? June 11th, this is when it July 11th. So this is when things messed up. This is the one. This March 12, 2023. So there was that much time? That doesn't make any sense. Wait, no. Wait, my brain is off. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't read the date. I apologize about that. So, oh, March 6th. So this was a maintenance release, March 6th of 2025. Okay, there we go, March 6th. So this version was working well, and then wait. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I think when you get Easy Diffusion, it constantly grabs the latest Git version. So I'm guessing maybe they were just bugs, and it just picked them up. What I should have done is I should actually have created an issue and tell them about that, because clearly this version worked pretty well. I'm wondering if because they added support for AMD GPUs that messed up everything. I'm just kidding. There you go, Flux, etc., and Easy Diffusion. The other thing as well is I also just used the default model, because I didn't want to mess up like getting another model, because I was like, this is working, just leave it as is. I didn't want to get another model because I wasn't even sure it would work with my low spec system. So there we go. I think I might get this one and just force it to stay here. Ironically, it adds support for Nvidia 50XX series. It's pretty interesting as well. So if you have an integrated GPU in Windows, including AMD, so this version actually would work as well. Yeah, so the reason I said I was using Easy Diffusion is because it's pretty straightforward, and there's just one setting you check, and then you're able to use it on just the CPU or a low spec system. So it worked extremely well. All right, so I wish I could find that picture. It's a really funny one of the chicken crossing the road. It's actually similar to this. It's pretty funny. Alright, so it's getting hot here again. Okay, how long has this been going on? Whoa, it's over 1 hour. Okay, so I should think have you tried to run LLMs locally? Oh yeah, I do run. I do have a bunch of tutorials here. I'll show you here. If you go to Django.com, also on YouTube or whatever you are, you can see here I have which one is it? Yeah, you see I trained this AI GTP Neo 125M, and what I usually do is I usually use a program called Alpaca. I'll show you here. I'll run it. It's called Alpaca. Come on. Where is it? Is it crashing as well on me? Let me close this up. It's not needed anymore. Pretty sure I opened it up. Okay, there we go. This is a program I use. You see, this program allows me to run LLMs. So for example, what you do is you go to here, you see you can manage the instances. It's an Alma client. For example, if you want to edit it, you can see it's an Alma, it manages Alma, and you can change the port number, thought process, the seeds, temperature, etc., etc. And you can see it tries to use the GPU, I don't know why. And you can also download your own images if you want, and put them in a folder. It will pick them up. You see this is the models folder. However, one thing I do like about this one is you can actually manage them here as well. You just click the menu here, you go to manage models, and you can see here, I can click on available, and you see it has all the ones, all which are supported by Alma clients. So then you can pick each one, anyone you want here. It's text-based for now. I did read on the website that the author of this program, he actually started adding some image generator, text to image generators. They're still in infancy right now. So you can see there's a lot of models here. I was more interested in the programming ones, so I've been reviewing those ones as well. So you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm more interested, as you know, on the smaller models, not just because of my system, but simply because I want to see how easy it is to train them. So this is the one I use. It's really straightforward. You just click on it and then you can add it. For example, if I want this one, I just click on it and you can see I can just download it right here in the UI. So yeah. Another AI I do use is a Whisper AI. So with Whisper AI, I actually have a tutorial coming up where I would use it to create my own web interface, which I've already done, and it's what do you call it? Yeah, so it's doing a live transcription. Game of 3.4 can process see images. Okay, yeah, but you have to remember too is that I most likely won't be able to do that with my current system until I get at least another I replace the GPU. So that's what I'm saying, like I'll be able to do those things as well, obviously, when I replace the GPU. I've also had good things about the one from China, what's it called, we just saw it there, DeepSeek. DeepSeek also has one as well, so I could probably try that one as well. Gemma, is that the one by Google? Am I right? Gemma is by Google. I think Gemma is Google, if I remember correctly. Gemma LM. Yeah, Google. I was right. Yeah, so Google. Yeah, I was right about it. It's Google. Okay, 3.4. I was actually, in that program out back, I was actually able to run some 7B models as well. But you have to remember too is that because if I don't have the GPU, it's going to be very, very slow. So that's what I'm saying. I do want to upgrade the system, at least the GPU, and then I'll be able to do that. It will be a little bit more smoother. So that's why I was looking. The reason for today's tutorial, talk, is about maybe getting a server, an older server level grade GPU, and to see if it's worth it. And from for my particular use case, it looks like it's probably not. I mean, unless I get a really, really good price on it, then otherwise, yeah. Yeah, remember, I have you have to remember that my GT, what do you call it again? GTX 950 only has 2 gigs of RAM, VRAM. It only has 2 gigs of VRAM, so it would not. And then the CPU is also pretty old. So remember, the CPU is also from 2011. So it. I said some of the other models, just text models, have been struggling. So I am pretty sure it will probably be the same thing as well. I think the problem is that when these AIs detect that I have a Nvidia card, they assume that I have oogles of VRAM, so they like to offload everything there, and then it just crashes. They don't understand that. Hey, I think that's one thing they don't understand is, yeah, okay. So can you just enable it to use the CPU, or is it automatic? Does it just go to the CPU offload automatically? Okay, and it's I've tried a lot of them. I basically every week I do try one of them. Obviously Llama. I think I did try Gamma as well. Mistral. DeepSeek. What else? And then obviously the ones that were what do you call it? Actually, I might have to open up Alpaca again. I've gone through most of them in Alpaca. It looks like they've come up with some new ones, so I'll have to open that up again. I'm not here we go. So if we go here, most of these models I've gone through the ones at the top. I've gone through, so it's available here, like this one, Llama. I've gone through, I think 3.2. I did that one. See, this one, Mistral, Gamma, Quen. I think, yeah, Quen 2. I did this one. 5.3, Lava, Code Llama. I tried that one. This was actually terrible. I thought it would be better. The 7B is pushing it. The 7B is really pushing it, so let's just say that. So I would, especially now, the system really struggles. So I would, but I said, like, I want to give the models a fair shake. So I really do need to change the CPU, at least my system as well. So to be fair, so I don't think so Quen 3 hasn't showed up here yet. If it does, I'll check that one out. I can try this one, DeepSeek Recorder, and what else? I don't know if I've tried this one yet. Most of these are just smaller versions of the main models. It took me a while to realize that. Like, for example, Tiny Dolphin. So most of these ones down here are just smaller versions of the bigger ones. Yeah, absolutely. I said, like, I found the smaller models are really fast, and the instead. So for now, obviously, when I get more more VRAM or a GPU, or basically a new GPU or replacement GPU, I'll be able to run bigger, slightly larger models. But I said, for my use case, honestly, I think somewhere between, you're right, somewhere between, 5B and less would be perfect, especially if I train it myself. That would be perfectly fine. There's one I actually did recently. Let me actually go back. I actually did one really recently. I was actually blown away with it. Oh no, it's upcoming. The small, I think small isn't here. It's small or something like that. Oh no, it's the one I've loaded. This one here, small. I was actually, this 135M. I was actually blown away with how fast and it was able to answer questions. So for example, here I'm going to use one of these default prompts, how to make a pizza. Let's see how quickly that is. Obviously, I'm also running. Oh, another problem is I'm also running OBS, so that slows it down as well. Even because so some people say, hey, it should be faster. Just use the GPU for OBS. Here's the thing: the GPU is being used to do the live stream, but I'm also recording, so the recording is using the CPU. And you can see here it makes it struggle because of that. So I do know, I have inside information that this can use both the GPU and the CPU. So it's usually much faster. But you can see even it's struggling because obviously of I said I'm using up the resources as well. Actually, here, let's actually check the task manager to see how what's going on here. So as you can see, it's using 100% of the CPU. Now, to be fair, OBS is using about 50% of the CPU. You see all the cores and stuff using about 50%, so the other 50% is being used by this AI running in the background here. So this is the problem I'm having, is that I basically run into the limit. I've basically blown through the upper limits of my system. So I need to upgrade. So you can see the RAM, for some weird reason, I'm basically just using about 50% of the RAM. So RAM is not the problem, as we both know. It's the VRAM of the GPU, and even the CPU. It's really it's not efficient enough anymore. I really need to. Yeah, it's time to upgrade. I did run. I'm gonna run. Yeah. So yeah, I will. As I said, I will run. When I upgrade the system, I'll be able to do models like maybe 7B and less. Right now, I said the system is really struggling. Like look at that. See, it's all 100%. It's really struggling right now. So I said it's time. You see, it's even using the swap. It's really struggling. So yeah, it's on its last legs. Oh, I forgot to mention. I promised you guys I'll show you my the discs. What discs I do have. So you see here I have this 400 gig Intrepid 380. I got this used off Newegg, I think in 2016 as well. And then I have this Western Digital. This is actually pretty old. I got this in 2012. Believe it or not, it's still working fine. And then I have another SSD 240. I thought I had another one as well. Thought I had another one. Oh, I do have another one. It's an encrypted disk. I guess it's not on. I do have another one as well. And then I have I do have DVDs. Yeah. Of course. No, you're right. I said I think this was probably, you're right about that. This was probably earlier today because I was doing some work using Apache, and Apache is a memory hog, so I think it did swap some stuff. I was actually working on a site. I was actually making a very small thing locally because I have a local copy of this site. So I think that was from earlier today. This is not like clearly you can see it's not using the memory. Okay, this question is, it's not a trick question. My goodness, what is going on here? That is weird. It's not a trick question. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, I'm going to close that up. Looks like it, and we can look at this. You see, it should be going down slowly, so we can tell it's going down. It's going to take a while to go down. It should go around about 50% as well. Oh, you know what? I realized, I think because the recorded version of the video is also pretty big. I should go around 50%, because you see here. Yeah. Yes. And you can see it was using very little RAM here. You can see now it's like 8. It's going down as well. So you guys can also check out the network here. As I said, I'm using this Starlink. You see it's actually pretty good, high speed as well, like in real time. That I'm actually pretty impressed with that. For satellite, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, absolutely. I can also another option I do run is, I did try to run Alma in a Podman container. I don't know what came with that, but I'll try again soon. I found I can just use PyTorch and stuff on the command line. That's actually what I'm doing for this guy here, the training the AI GTP Neo. I'm actually using the what do you call it? Yeah, I'm using a Podman container here. I'll show you my I'll show you what I do here. Just a second. I'll open this up in a new tab. We'll go to tutorial. Where is the generative AI stuff? Here we go. So as you can see here, I don't want it long. Come on. There we go. So as you can see here, these are the other ones I tested. You see, I was able to do the Gamma 7B. And all this one as well. This is another Lava 7B I was able to do, and that's the only 7Bs I was able. Oh, this one I've somehow managed to run this 14B. This was an agonizingly super slow. Remember, Alpaca is also an Alma client as well. Now you're right. Obviously, if I don't have the GUI, we use less resources. Yes, Alpaca does use Alma. Correct. You're right about that. Yes, absolutely. And what else is here? Oh, tiny was, yeah, GTP Neo. So you see here in the training, you see I have a Docker file here. I use Podman Compose. I'll show you that in a second. And you see here's the test I did, and in the training just Python. So basically I'll open it up in a text editor and the non-text editor. Show you that second. Oh, please. What's going on here? Oh. It's frozen? What's going on here? Okay, it's not, it's being a pain in the butt. Okay, I'll open up this one as well. Okay, I don't know why it's refusing. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Okay, so I'll zoom in. There we go. So you see this is my Docker file. It's using, yeah, so it just runs the Python the trained.py, and I also have here's the Docker file. You see, I'm grabbing from Nvidia. I'm grabbing the PyTorch. The reason I do this is because, yes, you're right. So obviously, if I get the Alma, I will actually do that in a future tutorial. I would run Alma myself, because my thinking is that I can fine tune it similar how I'm doing this as well. So back to my training here. So I decided to grab the PyTorch from Nvidia because it has everything, and I don't have to run like gigabytes of stuff, which Nvidia for some reason wants to download for the dependencies. So this is nice and simple, and then I'm able to use my own custom data set. Absolutely. Good, cool. Have you done Whisper AI by any chance as well? That's another model. That one is just, it's a different model. It's not generative AI. It's called it's for speech recognition. Yeah, so go here. So it's called Whisper. It's by OpenAI as well. Go to the GitHub page. Yeah, here you go. OpenAI Whisper. So I run this as well. This one is pretty easy, just Python, and obviously with some, I think it's transformer as well, similar. And then you can suggest Py, and then you can run this. It's pretty. This one is actually pretty simple. I ran it before, and I'm gonna run it again in a week or so. I think Alma. The reason I don't want to install Alma because I think. Yeah, so this one is this one you don't actually need to run it any software. You can simply just if you have, like, for example, to transcribe things, it's really nice and simple. I didn't realize you could also train it, but I guess I could do that in a future tutorial. So for example, this one, the reason I also like this one is, like, this one obviously it runs on the CPU. You don't need a GPU. I mean, unless you have. So example, the one I use is I use the Tiny English because it's only 39M. So even if I use this one, like the turbo or the large, they'll be pretty small. So, and you can see the VRAM obviously for the Tiny is 1 gig, so I can also run it on the GPU. So it's really fast. And you can see once we get to medium and stuff, then obviously this will not run on my system as well. Okay, cool, excellent. All right, so I want to thank you again for joining me in this live chat, and also for giving me some really good suggestions on what GPUs and systems. So cool, excellent. So I will okay, I want to keep this about the GPU, so that's perfectly fine. Although we went off a little bit tangent, I was rambling about the Canadian prices as well. I said we'll get ripped off here as well, but I will definitely be on the lookout for the 3060, and hopefully also this one unfortunately looks like they only have it in 8 gig, but if I do get the RTX 4060 Ti, if it's on sale, I'll definitely I'll jump on it as well, because as you can see, it's basically 2 years from now. But I'll be happy with the 3060 as well. I said for my particular use case, it's perfectly fine for that. All right, so let's end this up quickly. Where are we here? Let's go. Oh, okay, there we go. I think I left that on the screen too much. Funny thing, I actually talked about all this stuff. Python, Blender. I have the books on Amazon. Search for Editor Jumbo. I have the Learning Python course. As I put this together, I do kind of dislike the way it puts the emojis all over the place. It's kind of hard to read this as well, but I'll do better next time. Okay, so with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining me for the live stream today. I hope you guys had fun and learned something. I did learn myself. Thanks especially to our German friend here. You can use multiple GPUs without okay, excellent, that's pretty good. Obviously, once I decide on the GPU or GPUs, I also want to get obviously like the motherboard. We'll talk about that. I do intend on purchasing something obviously this year. It could be as early as this month, but I said we'll talk that in the next live stream, which will probably be in a couple days from now. Again, thanks everybody for joining today, and also thanks for input. I really appreciate it, and I will be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. And I said, like, I'm open to I'm open to all suggestions, and I said I do have the space and I can build a system or systems and to run it. So obviously, one system will be, as I said, the system is mainly going to be training the AI with my custom algorithm. It's a very simple. I said just a bounding box. Basically, where the AI will come in, if you guys want to know, is that chickens are this size or they look like this. Anything that doesn't look like that comes through, it will detect it and let me know. That's literally it. It's going to be very, very simple. So you guys will see me program that as well, and that'll be fun when we get to that point. All right. Now, with that said, I'm going to end this, and hope you guys have a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you guys. Hopefully, you can join me in the live stream to 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, where we're going to talk about, I think it's Git. We're going to talk about Git, how to do Git, how to fork, clone, and pull, perform pull requests. All right. With that said, will it save chickens' lives? Actually, yes, it will, and here's why. So, this camera I'm using right now is actually a phone camera. It's a Note phone. So my idea was I was going to, which I actually did before in that chicken webcam. So my idea was I was going to test this old phones, because old phones had a pretty, even though a mid-range phone, they have a very good camera. So my idea was I was going to, after testing, is put it outside, and because this type of cameras, you see, they have they have sensors and everything, so that will save me time. My algorithm will be pretty even simpler. So the idea was because they also have audio and they have other features. So the idea was I would eventually put the phone outside in a box, obviously covered from the elements, and then what would happen is, for example, if when I'm inside, I let the chickens out. I want them to free range and pasture raise. So what would happen is they would do that, and then during the days when foxes and hawks would bother them. So if a fox is detected, it would alert me, and I would go and chase it away or something like that. So that was the idea. However, the chickens were a little bit annoying. I let them out, and I came inside for something, and they would just run all over the place, and some hawks got them. So I had 9 chickens, and 7 of them were taken by hawks and an owl. So I still want to do that system. Obviously, there's a few issues to talk about. So one of the issues is that the chicken hoop is farther away from the house, so I will need some type of a system. I don't want to run cable. I'll probably need like maybe a Wi-Fi booster or something, and we'll get to that. But I said the reason I like the phone is because the phone, even though it's old, it will use very low power, meaning that I can run it probably off 100 watt solar. I don't care if it takes all day to charge, because at night it's going to be off. So that was the idea. And clearly, people ask this question, but I'll answer it one more time. I'm only going to let the chickens out when I'm at home. If I'm away, they will be locked up. They'll be safer that way. That's my idea. And this system I'm making is only for me. I'm not going to sell it or anything. It's just for me. It's just a fun little project, and I want to show people how you can do. It's a DIY project. Yes. So to answer your question, yes, it will save chickens' lives. Yes, correct. As I said, I already have an algorithm, so the AI's job is just to make my life easier. That's all it is. Yeah, have like an automatic, maybe like a laser that shoots that shoots the foxes if they come by. The funny thing about that is, last year, I think in December, late December, I had an early dinner about 6 p.m. and I went to wash the dishes, and then coyotes came by. Now I could hear them. Usually they go to the back of the house, like near where I am right now, but this time they were going to the front, and then I knew there were 2 of them, and they were coming too close to the chicken hoop. I could hear them because they're howling, and I was like, why are they not passing? Because they pass through my place to go to the back. There's a creek, they drink water. So I was thinking, why are they staying there? So I was like, maybe they could smell the chickens and they were going too close there. So and they were howling still, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So what I did was I went outside and I just said, hey, very loud, and they just took off. So that's basically what my AI system will do. It'll just alert me, and they can run away. Same with deer. Oh, I forgot to tell you that deer are also a nuisance. Now the deer are clearly not going to attack the chickens, but they're a nuisance because when they get scared or something, they do this thing. It's called a deer jump, and that could damage things as well. They have damaged my. Actually, I should take a picture. I should have taken a picture. They've actually damaged my metal shed twice. They have completely destroyed it because they tried to jump over it for some weird reason. So they are a nuisance as well. Those are the ones I would like to shoot and actually probably eat them as well. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna stop this live stream. Thanks again, everybody. See you guys tomorrow. This has been fun. No, not tomorrow. In about 2 days' time. Okay, good idea. Good idea. All right.